Order filled. Order filled.
So yeah, today was a brutal day. Blew up all my accounts, all my 5 accounts, including my funded account, my first ever funded account. It lasted literally 7 days, that funded account. Thank God we got to a payout, guys, because I want to preface by saying I'm still up. I'm in the positive. I took a $2,600 payment yesterday, so I am definitely still up. But today was a really tough day and a lot of lessons. And I'm gonna keep my chin up because this is part of the journey. And I think to achieve the goals that I want to achieve, this has to happen. It will happen. It'll happen again. And I gotta be able to stomach it, and I gotta be able to learn from it, and so I can achieve the goals that I have. So we'll get into the recap. We'll just jump straight into it. I'm gonna pull my notes out. Today I did a total of 90 trades. 90 trades, guys. On a very high day, I do 35, 40 trades, and that's like a lot. Typically it's in the teens, maybe 20 trades a day. So I took 90 trades, guys. I was revenge trading. I was revenge trading so hard. So hard. Let's jump right into it. I'm not going to go over every single trade, but I was already up this morning $450 on one account. Which obviously, if you take that $450 and you multiply it across 5 accounts, I was up $2,250. I did some trades the evening before today when the market opened for Asia session, and made some money, did some really good trades. I actually was really proud of a trade I took. Just a short down to the SMA line, took profit $1 before it bottomed out, so an amazing trade. And I had some space. First trade was around here at 712, and I did 3 contracts long. It went up $100. I sold. I was up $500 on that trade. Second trade was another long, 5 contracts, so scaling up a little bit, and I made $150 times 5 accounts. And third trade was 15 contracts. It was all right here. 15 contracts, made $210. So total so far, including that 450 I was already up, I was up $4,550, guys, in one day across these 5 accounts. And I'll explain a little later, but this is definitely where I should have pulled the plug. And I'll explain my learning lessons later, but the reason I kept going is because I was wanting to fund and pass the evals on my 4 accounts that were all evals, with my leader being my funded account. So I was up a lot of money, 4,550. I believe that was like 950 an account. Yeah, like 910. I was up 950 at one point for accounts. So I was close to 1,500, and that was my goal. Fourth long, started with 5 contracts. I scaled it up to 15 contracts, and I sold it after no movement. It was just kind of stagnant. It was around here, I believe. It was just stagnant, and I sold it for a 6-7 profit. So I was still green on that, times 5. So yeah, we're up to $4,885 up on the day. My best day before this was $2,000, guys. So we are we have gone to a whole new level because we're trading with 5 accounts. But that $2,000 day was on a funded. Most of that profit is, 950 of that profit is on a funded, and the rest is just eval money. Here's where things go wrong, and it basically stayed wrong from this point on. My 5th long was 10 contracts, and it ended up going down not long, and I hit reverse. So I lost $160, which is about $800 loss on the account. So down from 4,885 to 4,000. Nothing crazy, but 6th one, I closed that trade by basically reversing. So I was instantly in another trade for 10 contracts going short, and I added 5 more. I was in the green $180. So if I sold, I would have made back my last trade plus some profit. And I added more to my position instead, going to 20 contracts. And then the trade reversed and it went long instead, and I hit reverse again. I lost $340 or $1,700 across the whole account. So now I went from 4,000 minus almost 2,000, so I was up like $2,300 now. My seventh trade was my reverse that I hit. I didn't click sell it or close, I hit reverse. So I was 20 contracts long. That one didn't work either. And that's where I'm going to end, because there's 83 more trades. So, yeah, guys, it just didn't go well from there. This was so stupid to trade. I mean, this is nothing. I realized at one point when I blew my evals, I was like, what the hell am I trading? Like, it's up and it's down, up, down, up, down, up. Like, this wipes me out, you know. I'm trading with like 30-40 contracts now, trying to make back my loss, and I already am, and this just wipes me out. And then this wipes me out because I think guys, I was trading nothing. This is where I made my money, because I was trading my IB breakout, my trade that I always trade every morning, and it freaking works. So I blew up the 4 accounts. Then I blew up my funded account, because my funded account had a little extra money in there, so it didn't get blown up first, but it blew up after that. I reactivated all of them into eval accounts, blew all of them up again, and then I bought 2 more accounts. So I ended up buying 6 accounts in revenge trading. There is a positive note at the end of the day, and maybe it's cope, but we made $1,500 across the 2 accounts that I have left right here. I just have 2 more accounts left, and across both of them I made $1,500, half and the max that I'm allowed to make in one day to pass my eval. Tomorrow, if I make 1,500, which is the goal, guys, we're gonna be funded again, and this time we won't be funded on 1 account, we'll be funded on 2 accounts. So we're still heading in the right direction, but we're not going from 1 funded to 5 like I wanted to. We're going from 1 to 2, which is still okay. We have to keep in mind, I'm still in the green. I'm not losing money. I'll put up like a screenshot maybe, but I went to go check my bank account after, because I was just resetting my accounts like crazy, and there was 13 $120 charges to my account, which is $1,500, and that put a reality check in I don't have money in my bank account for me to be able to spend $1,500 that quick. That was scary. But I realized that a lot of them were just double payments, because the payments didn't go through. So I only ended up paying for 6 of those 13. 7 of them were refunded. So yeah, I spent, 6 trades or 6 resets, $120 a reset after taxes. So that was $720 that I spent, guys. $720 that I spent. So I'm still up pretty good. If you watched my last video, I made $2,600. Payouts actually requested to my bank account. I will show you this again, just so that you guys can see my payouts. Oh wow, I haven't even seen this update. It just happened like an hour ago. So risk approved, compliance approved. So it's moving through. We got a payout total of $2,600. I spent up to this point $600 on accounts, subscriptions for liquidity, so I'm net positive $2,000. And after spending $720 today, plus spending $340 because I purchased these 4 accounts as soon as I did this payout yesterday, so I could start copy trading. I'm still net positive $940. So I'm still up. I'm still up $1,000. I still got space. I can breathe. I didn't lose my own money. I've made money. Of course, that $2,600 is mine, and now it's down to $940, but that's okay because I got to reinvest and learn. And so yeah, we ended up making $1,500. To be honest, it was just more revenge trading. Maybe with some thought. I don't even know where the last trade was on this. Yeah, guys, like, look at this. So yeah, it looks like it was on this final green push, because I remember it just kind of started going up. Yeah, right here, and it broke this high, and it hit my take profit. I set it right at 1500. That's how we made 1500. That's where we're at, guys. We're gonna continue though. We're gonna stay energetic. We're gonna stay positive. We're gonna keep our head up. This is part of the process. I've taken so many valuable learning lessons from here. The reason, what I was mentioning earlier, when I was up $4,800 and I should have left, the reason I didn't leave is because I was going for that 1500 so that I could pass my eval faster on those 4 accounts. Now, unfortunately, I was treating my evals like an eval, which is great, but I was treating my funded account like an eval, which is stupid. Because when I was just trading with my funded account alone, I would take my profits and bounce. Like, I'm perfectly glad. Like, this trade hit, IB hit, I would be out. What else is there to trade? You guys can watch my other recaps. So unless there's like a significant move, I'm usually out. And up here, when I was in this trade, I was up $4,800. But again, I was going for the 1500, and I shouldn't have been trading on my funded account like that with greed and risk, because at the end of the day, I'm risking, you know, $80. That's how much the accounts were with a discount. So what's $80, right? But my funded account had 2600 in there. 2600. If I was green for 5 more days, you know, there's at least half of that I could take out. So that's money that I gave up that could have been in my pocket, you know, next week. So I'm never doing that again. Once these are funded, I'm gonna go for it in my next payout. That's the game plan. Again, we're gonna go for it tomorrow, which I know that's high risk, but I'm just gonna trade this time like almost like I normally do, but maybe with more risk, but like how I normally do. And more risk in the sense of more position. We're gonna try to go for funded tomorrow, so we need to make another 1500, like 1460, 1460. And once these are 2 funded on Friday, the goal is to be trading with funded accounts again, with, you know, normal trading, being strict, being tight. I've been green for 22 days in a row, so something like this is bound to happen. It just sucks that it happened the second I got 5 accounts, but it also is a blessing that it happened after I got a payout, because if that happened before the payout, I guess that's why I didn't buy 5 accounts until I got a payout. And that's my advice to you guys: do not buy 5 accounts unless you have a payout and you can afford it with that payout. I get it, you might have money to afford it without, but do not buy 5 accounts. That's stupid. Truly, guys, that's stupid. Take time, learn and grow. It's going to be better. Like, I have enough profit that I could buy 3 more accounts, you know, so I'm at 5. But I just feel like that's rushing things. Like, I'm improving. I'm going from 1 to 2 accounts. You know, I'm learning. I've lost the profit that I made, some of it, not money from my own bank account. And so you know, I'm still up on the prop firm right now. So yeah, guys, that's the plan. Tomorrow's recap, we are past funded. I'm just manifesting it. And Friday we will be trading with 2 live accounts, or not live accounts, 2 funded accounts. And we're going to go for a payout. So we're going to go for Friday green, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday green. And we're going to request a payout again next Friday. After that payout processes, and only after that will I buy more more combine accounts. And with those combine accounts, I'm not going to link them to my funded. They're going to be trading separately. So yeah, guys, appreciate you guys following along. I'm trying to be just transparent as possible. I'm a small guy. I'm a small YouTuber. I'm just trying to figure this out on my own. So I'm sharing this day with you guys. You know, take lessons from it so that you don't have to go through it. And yeah, we're going to get better. We're going to improve. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later, boys.